What's up, FlickPop fanatics? Get ready for a whirlwind tour of the hottest news hitting your screens today. First up, we're diving into the explosive topic of presidential power with the story, How a President Becomes King, focusing on President Donald Trump's actions and the potential for unchecked authority. Is the office evolving into something more monarchical? Next, we're rewinding the clock to a pivotal moment in modern history. We'll explore President George W. Bush's bold declaration of a war on terror and recall the legendary naval victory led by John Paul Jones during the American Revolution. These are moments that shaped nations. Then, prepare for some lighthearted yet fascinating historical moments as we look back at famous presidential gaffes toward British royals. We'll revisit awkward encounters involving President Jimmy Carter, President George W. Bush, Michelle Obama, President Barack Obama, and yes, even President Donald Trump's own memorable moments with Queen Elizabeth II. And finally, we're settling a delicious debate. It has to be pork. We're exploring the passionate arguments, with Rex Nelson championing the barbecue traditions of an area around Memphis. Where does the world's best barbecue truly lie? Stay tuned for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you never miss an update. The presidency's slippery slope. Is it becoming a monarchy? Has the American presidency outgrown its constitutional bounds, morphing into something closer to a monarchy? This deep dive explores how presidents, starting from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and accelerating with figures like Richard Nixon and George W. Bush, have steadily expanded executive power, a trend culminating in Donald Trump's era. We examine the unitary executive theory and how it's been weaponized for personal power, leading to actions that challenge congressional oversight and judicial precedent. The implications are far-reaching, potentially eroding checks and balances and leading to a system where power is unchecked. Public discourse is rife with concern. Analysts are scrutinizing the long-term effects on democracy, and citizens are questioning the very nature of presidential authority. The question remains, will America enforce its limits or crown a king? Don't go anywhere, because the echoes of history are about to get loud. Next, we're revisiting a declaration that defined an era and a naval triumph for the ages. From war on terror to revolutionary triumph, defining moments in history. This Week in History brings us face-to-face with monumental shifts and legendary victories. On September 20, 2001, U.S. President George W. Bush declared a war on terror in a powerful address to Congress and the nation, a declaration that would shape global politics for decades to come. This moment of resolve came amidst profound national reflection following the September 11th attacks. But history's stage also holds tales of earlier bravery. We journey back to September 23, 1779, when John Paul Jones, commanding the USS Bonhomme Richard, achieved a stunning victory in the Battle of Flamborough Head during the American Revolution. His defiant cry, "I have not yet begun to fight," resonates through centuries as a symbol of American tenacity. These historical markers are crucial, but our next story serves up a heaping helping of royal awkwardness. Prepare for some unforgettable presidential faux pas with the British monarchy. Royal mishaps, presidential gaffes that raised eyebrows. Navigating the delicate dance of diplomacy with British royalty has proven trickier than expected for several U.S. presidents and first ladies. From President Jimmy Carter's rumored kiss of the Queen Mother in 1977 to President George W. Bush's age-related slip-up in 2007, these moments highlight the potential for awkwardness when crossing the pond. Even the usually poised Obamas had a moment when Michelle Obama's touch of Queen Elizabeth II broke protocol, though the Queen reciprocated. Most recently, President Donald Trump's infamous step ahead of Queen Elizabeth II at Windsor Castle in 2018, violating the rule that the monarch leads, added another chapter to this collection of royal faux pas. These incidents, whether nerves or simple mistakes, offer a humorous glimpse into the human side of international relations. History lessons and royal blunders are fascinating, but now let's talk about something truly close to home for many: barbecue. Get ready for a passionate debate about the world's best barbecue. The ultimate barbecue debate: does pork reign supreme? Forget borders and traditions for a moment, because a fervent debate is raging about where the absolute best barbecue in the world can be found, and the answer might just surprise you. While Texas might claim barbecue fame, seasoned observer Rex Nelson makes a compelling case that the true epicenter of world-class barbecue lies in a specific region around Memphis, encompassing parts of Tennessee and Arkansas. Nelson, a veteran journalist and columnist, argues that this particular style, deeply rooted in pork traditions, offers a culinary experience that surpasses all others. This isn't just about taste. It's about heritage, technique, and a passion for perfectly smoked meat that defines this celebrated culinary landscape. Prepare to have your taste buds ignited and your perceptions challenged as we explore this delicious contention. That's a wrap on our top stories for today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a lightning round recap and your chance to join the FlickPop family. And that's a wrap on today's News Blitz. We dove into the expanding power of the presidency with the How a President Becomes King story, flashed back to President George W. Bush's War on Terror, and John Paul Jones's naval victory, chuckled at presidential gaffes with British royals, and debated the world's best barbecue championed by Rex Nelson. What a ride! If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to FlickPop for more, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. Thanks for watching FlickPop.